Good morning kids, rise and shine. As you know, this is Nikita here. I am going to teach you English. As we have already done with our first unit, now we are going to enter into a new unit, the second unit. Okay, the name of the second unit is C.V. Raman, the Pride of India. So as we have learned in the first unit only, before starting the unit, we will be having a face sheet. So here also we have a face sheet. So let's go through the face sheet before entering into our reading A. Okay, this is the face sheet of our reading 2, second unit. Okay, the first here the picture of the famous personality of India, on whom the India is proud. Here it's given. The first one is Abdul Kalam, who is the scientist and who is also known as the missile man of India. Okay. Next one is Srinivasa Ramanujanu, who is a great mathematician. He also belongs to India. Next is C.V. Raman, a great scientist who has discovered the light effect. Next is the fourth picture is of Vikram Sarabhai, who is also known as father of Indian, who has introduced the nuclear power. He is also known as the father of Spain. Next is Rakesh Sharma, who is the first Indian who went to the space. Next one is Kalpana Chawla. She is from America astronaut, but she is a Indian. Okay, she is the first Indian woman who went to the space. So this is about the famous personality on whom India is proud about. So now we are going to go with our reading A, which talks about the life history of a C.V. Raman. On the busy Bow Bazaar street in Calcutta, there was an old building. It was the headquarters of Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. In December, on a fine evening in 1927, there was much excitement in one of its laboratories. Chandrasekhar Venkataramana was showing a visitor some of his instruments when a young man, K.S. Krishnan, rushed in and announced, "Professor Crompton has won the Nobel Prize." So, where this all things happen? It's a street in the Calcutta. The street name is Bow Bazaar. So, there in the Calcutta, an old building is there. The building is about what? The building is a headquarter of Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. So, it's a headquarters where the science-related inventions, experiments, everything will be done. So, in December, one evening, what happened when this Chandrasekhar Venkataramana, nothing but C.V. Raman, who was showing the instruments, whatever are there in the laboratory, what happened? A person called K.S. Krishnan rushed into the laboratory and he started saying to the C.V. Raman. What he was saying? Professor Crompton has won the Nobel Prize. So, he is a professor under whom this C.V. Raman was knowing everything, working under him. Okay. So, when this Professor Crompton has won the Nobel Prize, he was very happy. Raman was equally delighted. "Excellent news," he said, smiling at the visitor, and then he was lost in thoughts. Now what happened? Raman was very much happy because his professor got a Nobel Prize, and he said, "It's excellent news." He said, smiling at the visitor, and then he was lost in the thought. So he said excellent news by saying to the visitor and smiling at the face of the visitor, and he lost in his thoughts. Lost in his thoughts means what? The body is present, mind is absent. He is thinking something, something is going on in his mind. He is not present at the situation. "But look here, Krishnan," he said, turning to the young man. "If this Crompton effect is true of X-rays, it must be true of light too." So suddenly he came back and he started sharing his feelings with the Krishnan, what thoughts he was getting. He said what? When this Crompton effect is true, the Crompton got a Nobel Prize for the X-rays. So he proved that X-rays affect, how it affects, how the light reacts and all, that all he has explained. So for that he got a Nobel Prize. So what the C.V. Raman is saying now? C.V. Raman is saying if that is true for the X-rays, it will be true for light too. This same effect may be even equally possible with the light with other substance or the materials. A few years later, A.H. Crompton has shown that the nature of X-rays changes when passed through matter. The change was dependent on a kind of matter. This effect was called the Crompton effect. So what is called this Crompton effect? For what this Professor Crompton got a Nobel Prize? Whatever the invention he has done, he has given that as a Crompton effect. Name also he has given his name only to whatever the invention he has done. So what he said, what he has explained why he got a Nobel Prize is, for the X-rays, when you change the matter, when you change the substance, depending upon the matter, depending upon the substance, what you are giving, the X-rays effect also changes. Whatever the result you will get, it also changes depending upon the matter, whatever you are going to keep. Could light also change its nature when passed through a transparent medium? Was the question that Raman asked himself. For 5 years, he had been doing research in optics, the science of light. No sophisticated equipment was available in his laboratory. Raman was confident that he could find the answer with some modification in his equipment. So what he is getting a thought is, when the effect is showing a difference when you are changing the matter for the X-rays, it may also change for the light. So this question was going on, coming in his mind. So what happened? So he thought that this may also affect with a transparent material substance if you keep in the light. So since 5 years he is working in optics, the science of light. So he was investigating, trying to discover something with taking a light into consideration. So what happened? Whatever the things he is doing, whatever the invention he is trying to do, in the laboratory he don't have no sophisticated equipment. He have no sophisticated equipment. Sophisticated means what? Very advanced new technology. Okay, he have all the things which belongs to the old technology. Equipment is what? Materials used for doing something. So whatever the materials you use in a laboratory or any other factory, all comes under the equipments. So these equipments, whatever he have in a laboratory, that are not sophisticated, not advanced technology, very old technology he had, was available in his laboratory. Raman was confident that he could find the answer with some modification in his equipment. So he was very confident on himself that he is going to find something with the light. He can show the effect of the light with the change in a substance. Okay, by doing a little modification in his equipment. So he is not only showing the effect of the light, he also did a modifications whatever the material was available with him. 4 months later, on March 16, 1928, Raman announced his discovery of new radiation, describing the behavior of beam of light passing through a liquid chemical to an assembly of scientists at Bangalore, now called Bangalore. Now what happened after this? After working 5 years on the optics of science, after Crompton got a Nobel Prize, what happened? After 4 years, he found on March 16, 1928, Raman announced his discovery, where he announced in an assembly of all the scientists, where it was in a Bangalore. Okay, what he has announced? He announced that the new radiation, the light passes through a liquid chemicals also. So whatever he has discovered, taking the light into consideration, that discovery he has announced in front of all the scientists on March 16, 1928. The world hailed the discovery as a Raman effect. For scientific research in this country, it was a red letter day. His discovery caught the attention of the world. With equipment worth only ₹200 and limited facilities, Raman was able to make a discovery which won him the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. So what happened? These discovery, whatever he has made, he got a Nobel Prize for it. And the name of this discovery was given as Raman effect. Now for scientific research, so on that day what happened is, for doing scientific research, that day is called a red letter day. Red letter day is nothing but an important day for the scientific research. Okay, his discovery caught the attention of the world. Why he got more attention of the world? Because he could able to discover the effect of the light only with a worth equipment of ₹200, that too which was not at all sophisticated. That means not at all of a new technology, very old technology. That's what he got more appreciation, and he also got a Nobel Prize for this discovery in 1930. Raman was born on November 7, 1888 at Tiruchirappalli in Tamil Nadu. His father was a physics teacher in a college. He was a brilliant student right from the start. When Raman passed his matriculation, his parents were moved to send him abroad for higher studies. But on a medical ground, a British surgeon advised them against it, and Raman stayed in a country to do a MA course at Residency College in Madras, now called Chennai. Now what happened? Now we'll go to the Raman. Raman was born in November 7th, 1888. Okay, in Tamil Nadu at Tiruchirappalli. Okay, his village name is Tiruchirappalli. His father was a physics teacher, and he was a very brilliant student from the start. He was very much sharp, very much intelligent from the childhood. Okay, he has done his matriculation, and his parents wants to send him to the abroad for more higher studies. But a doctor, a surgeon advised him. His medical situation was not that much up to the mark to go to the abroad and have a higher education. So he stayed here and he continued his study by doing MA course in a college of Madras. Science had already made an impression on him, and he began to write research paper for science journals. When he was only 19, he became a member of the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. Now he has an interest on the science. Already science has made a lot of interest on him. See how the things happens, why it is happening, how it is happening, everything. How a plant is growing, how the plant is absorbing the water, everything is science. So how the air is flowing, what is the mixture of combination of air, everything comes under the science. So he started knowing there is much to learn in a science, so he got more interest in the science. So he started writing a journals on the science. He started writing whatever he is studying about the things in the environment in a science journal. And at the age of 19 only he became a member in the Indian Association for Cultivation of Science. Meanwhile, respecting his parents' wish, he took up an administrative job in the finance ministry in Calcutta. His interest in science, however, did not fly. He used to spend his hours after office in the lab of association working throughout the night. So, as his parents wanted him to do a job and have a secured life, he do not want to go against the wish of his parents. So, what he has done, he started doing a finance ministry job in the Calcutta. After completing his job in the night hours, he used to go to the laboratory, that is in Association of Science, Lab of Association of Science, where he used to work, where he used to study everything on the things, whatever he wants to know about it. In his youth, Raman was mainly interested in acoustic, the science of sound. He studied how stringed instruments like the violin and the sitar could produce harmonious music. So when he was young, he was more interested in acoustic, the science of sound. So how the science of sound, how the sound is getting produced, how it will get produced. So he was more interested in an instrument where the strings are there. For example, we have violin, sitar, where you will be having a small wire kind of a structure which is called string. Okay, that string, how the strings are producing the sound, he started studying that, and how the harmonious, a beautiful song is coming from this string. He was elected to the Royal Society of London in 1924, and the British government made him a Knight of the British Empire in 1929. He was high honor of any great scientist. His advice to the young scientist was to look at the world around them and not to confine themselves to their laboratories. The essence of science, he said, is independent thinking and hard work, not equipment. So, he even got selected for the Royal Society of London in a British government. Even they have made in a British Empire, the Knight of the British Empire related to the science. And what happened, whatever the young scientists used to come under him, to whom he used to teach, he used to always advise him do not bother about the equipments, do not work hard in the laboratories. Go out, enjoy the environment and find something there. Study the environment, that is more important. Big and expensive equipments will give you nothing. Nothing is there in the laboratory. You have to go out, feel the world, feel the air and find what is there in it. C.V. Raman was the first Indian scholar who studied wholly in India and received the Nobel Prize. He was the first Asian and the first non-white to win such a great award in science. So he was the first Indian who got a Nobel Prize. C.V. Raman. That's what the India is proud about him. Next, he is only the one from whole Asia, no white people who got a Nobel Prize. Next, he passed away in 1970 on November 21, but his memories are with us. Feb 28, the day on which he discovered the Raman effect, is celebrated as National Science Day to commemorate his remarkable achievements in science. So, he expired on November 21st in 1970, and his memories are with us, not no more with us, but his memories are still with us. See how we are learning about him, how we are knowing him. Now what? Feb 28, when he has discovered his invention, whatever he has done, when he announced about this, is on Feb 28. So Feb 28 we will celebrate a National Science Day. And to why we will celebrate? So that we can recall him, we can respect him for his remarkable achievements, whatever he has done through science in India. So with this we are done with our reading A. So C.V. Raman, who has born in Tamil Nadu, who could not able to go for the foreign for the studies, he has continued in India. He has done his MA. He has done a finance ministry job to satisfy his parents. Next, who was more interested in the science. So that's what night hours he used to spend in a laboratory, and he found a light effect. Next, what he has done for that, he got a Nobel Prize, which he has announced in a Bangalore in an assembly of a scientist on Feb 28. So this Feb 28 we are celebrating as a National Science Day, only to remember the C.V. Raman. So this is his whole history, what we have learned. So with this we have done with our reading A, and a worksheet is given to you where you have to find the meanings. Already we have discussed in the class. So only you have to write it and complete the worksheet. With this we are ending up our session. Have a good day.